It is the middle of the morning rush. The line is out the door, and mid-transaction, you realize you are completely out of pastry boxes. The workflow stops, and the tension spikes. When floor operations derail like this, the default reaction is to patch the problem and endure the rest of the shift. But returning to the same broken setup the next day guarantees the problem will repeat. Solving the root cause requires a different approach. We are going to walk through the exact steps to translate a stressful floor incident into a structured, professional improvement proposal that management can quickly review and approve. Before we start, you will need to gather 3 things: your team's shared log, a blank proposal form, and your defined decision-making boundaries. Taking charge of your workspace matters. Management seeks out staff who spot inefficiencies and propose solutions. This process ensures that well-intentioned initiative is directed toward improving the specific areas you work in every day. Step 1 is immediate triage. When an incident occurs, you must neutralize the active fire before you try to analyze the broader process. To quickly assess the situation, ask yourself 3 questions. What exactly happened? Who is currently affected? And what's the immediate impact? This decision tree shows your next move. Depending on your answers, you will take one of 2 distinct paths. Either implement an autonomous quick fix, like grabbing reserve stock to calm an upset customer, or trigger your established escalation path for issues completely outside your control. Once the immediate problem is handled and the morning rush has subsided, open your team's shared incident log to document what happened. Look at this digital logbook interface. By highlighting 3 separate entries regarding missing boxes at 9 a.m., we can see a clear pattern. This distinguishes a systemic issue that needs a permanent fix from a one-off fluke. When recording these events, keep your language objective. Transparency relies on a blame-free environment. Record which process broke down, rather than pointing out which team member made a mistake. Consistent logging builds a factual record of your shift. Using this data allows you to identify patterns and justify a permanent solution based on evidence rather than memory. Spotting a pattern in your log is just the starting point. Now translate that raw data into a structured request management can easily digest. To do this, your improvement proposal must contain 3 specific sections: the problem, the solution, and the expected benefits. Here is an improvement proposal document. First, state the specific issue: consistently running out of pastry boxes at 8 a.m. Next, propose a physical solution: reorganizing under-counter storage to hold double the inventory. Finally, outline expected benefits, saving 3 minutes per transaction. Organizing your thoughts into these 3 steps turns a floor complaint into a professional business case ready for management review. The most common reason managers reject staff proposals is risk. If you suggest a massive, expensive, or highly disruptive overhaul to the daily routine, management has to say no to protect the operation. To avoid this, practice incremental decision-making. Build your confidence by starting small and scaling your solution up only after the data proves it works. As this graphic outlines, incremental decision-making means you start small and scale later. Achieve this by appending a strict pilot plan to your proposal. Confine your test to a single shift or apply it to just 1 register. Aggressively shrinking the initial rollout mitigates the risk for management. When a test is contained and temporary, it becomes significantly easier for them to say yes. You now hold a complete, actionable improvement proposal derived directly from real data gathered during your shifts. Your immediate next step is to get it reviewed. Hand the document directly to your manager or present your findings openly at your next scheduled team meeting. Keep in mind that a proposal does not have to be flawless to be successful. The simple act of stepping forward to improve your workspace builds confidence and encourages a culture where everyone is responsible for the customer experience. Identifying real problems and proposing structured, tested solutions gives you the tools to stop repeating mistakes and start refining how the store actually functions.